We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping.
We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mzhiphop from Speak Your Mind Radio. Thank you for tuning in. I am your hostess with the mostest. It's been a while since I did a music review, but I am back paying tribute to one of my favorite 90s icon singers of all time, Aaliyah. Okay, you don't know who Aaliyah is, I'm going to keep you updated because we're going to be talking about her song, One in a Million. So let's listen to the deets. Aaliyah Dana Houghton was an American singer and actress. She has been credited for helping to redefine contemporary R&B, pop, and hip-hop, earning her the nicknames the Princess of R&B, Queen of Urban Pop, and Baby Girl. Aaliyah was born January 16, 1979 in Brooklyn, New York, New York. She died on August 25, 2001 in the Bahamas. Aaliyah died at the age of 22 in an airplane accident in the Bahamas when an overloaded aircraft she was traveling in crashed shortly after takeoff, killing all 9 on board. That day when Aaliyah died, I was at my grandmother's house in Chicago on the South Side, and I was laying in bed like at 11 o'clock at night, and I had this small little TV in my room across from my bedroom was across from my grandmother's door, and my mom was at work. I was like 16 years old, and I was living with my grandma because she was sick, but the news flash came on MTV down at the bottom of the screen. Aaliyah died in a plane crash. I said, what? Just like that. And I instantly started pouring down crying because I was just so taken aback. I was so sad. I couldn't believe that she had actually died. And I cried like a baby, and I went to sleep. And I never really told anybody that, you know what I'm saying? Until my mom looked at me one day. She said, is everything okay? I'm like, no, not really. She said, what's wrong? And I told her my favorite singer, Aaliyah, died. She was like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me? I said, because I thought nobody would care. I mean, I'm only 16, so I didn't think nobody would care, like, about my feelings. But apparently they did. And Aaliyah's music and her spirit, she was so friendly, will always be with me. I love her. So let me get back into some more of who Aaliyah is and what she did within her short life. In 1994, at the age of 14, Aaliyah released her first album called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. It was an instant success. The first single was called Back and Forth, and it was a top 5 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was number 1. It was the number 1 R&B song. So, yeah, I do remember that. She was so young when she died, only 22. That's crazy. So when considering Aaliyah's track record, it's befitting to note that her name means the highest, most exalted one, the best. The follow-up single, a remix of the Isley Brothers' At Your Best, You Are Loved, reached top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was number 2 on the R&B radio. Yeah. The acceptance of her music inspired other female teen singers to follow in her footsteps. Her taste in fashion still influences her fans and other artists today. Aaliyah set the prototype for the young female artists of the 90s. Indeed, in 1996, Aaliyah released her second record, One in a Million. The first single, If Your Girl Only Knew, went double platinum and contains Timbaland's signature beats and Miss Medina Elliott's lyrics. So let me just stop there right quick. You know, when One in a Million came out, I mean, cats was going crazy over Aaliyah. She had the funky style, the hip-hop style, baggy clothes. You know, she had not do-rags over her head, but she had like scarves around her head like Tupac, and the low shades, and her hair was amazing. So when One in a Million came out, of course, the single "One in a Million" was presented to the world, and it was just one of the most best songs I've ever heard in my life. It still hits hard today. That song rocks. Your love is the one in a million. Yeah, you didn't come here to hear me sing. You came to hear me talk about music. I get it. But yeah, I love that song so much. I always listen to it. It always makes me think of her. And I always often wonder if she was still here. I think she'd be like 45 today. If she was still here, would she still be the icon that she was when she was in the 90s? Which I think she would. Her and Tupac, like literally. You know what I'm saying? So off that album, One in a Million, came two other hit singles, Hot Like Fire, and 4-Page Letter, which were both well received. The album was multi-platinum and an international hit. Now let's talk more about Aaliyah and what she did in her short life. In 1998, Aaliyah had a huge hit with Are You That Somebody from the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack. The song was infectious, sampling of a baby crying. Y'all remember that because that was Timbaland's idea with the baby crying. You know what I'm saying? And Timbaland actually is the one that gave Aaliyah the nickname Baby Girl, and she absolutely adored it, right? I love it. Also that year, Aaliyah performed Journey to the Past, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Song. Aaliyah's motion picture debut in Romeo Must Die, co-starring Jet Li, was a box office success. I love that movie, Romeo Must Die. The film led to Aaliyah's huge hit record called Try Again. The Romeo soundtrack sold millions of copies and spent weeks atop the Billboard soundtrack charts. Aaliyah also had two other cuts on the record, including one with the late and great DMX, God rest his soul. It was called Come Back in One Piece. I love that video too. Now, following up her box office success in Romeo Must Die, Aaliyah starred in the 2001 film The Queen of the Damned, directed by Michael Reimer. Yeah. Now, that was a good... I actually didn't see that movie yet, but I saw, like, the clips and stuff, and I liked her costume. She looked like... I think her name was Akasha, and she looked like a sex goddess, like a vampire sex goddess. She looked so freaking cool. Now, Aaliyah's last studio album reflected her growth as a person and entertainer. The self-titled album Aaliyah released in July of 2001, and it debuted at number 2 on the U.S. charts and sold over 2.4 million albums worldwide, featuring the smash singles We Need a Resolution, oh yeah, and then More Than a Woman, and her last recorded video, Rock the Boat. Now, Rock the Boat was recorded in the Bahamas. That was her last video. That's the time when she got on the plane after the video was shot and done, and the plane crashed because it was too much cargo on there. It weighed down the plane. There's a lot of conspiracy theories around it, like how she really died. But I mean, that's what was presented to us, and that's what we'll accept. However, Rock the Boat was the most beautiful video that she had ever done, and because it was her last video, she absolutely looked like an angel floating around in that water, looking like a dang black mermaid. Hello, she would love living in this era right now of music, because she's just like Missy, just unstoppable. You feel me? So yeah, I love Rock the Boat. Make sure you go check out that video. Baby Girl's last video looked like a perfect little earth angel, period. Now, Aaliyah lived with a smile on her face, and she continues to have an urban impact on the world of music. Aaliyah's music would always remain in our hearts, our souls, our minds, and our bodies. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another special episode of Remembering the 90s. Thank you for walking down that hallway of my past childhood. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you share this episode so people can keep Aaliyah's memory alive. I love you guys. Bye.